Kickoff starts now.
So now the second part of this whole crazy thing going on in Washington right now, this whole scandal, there's actually a sexual abuse charges against Dan Snyder and also Jay Gruden, I believe. Well, wasn't it? You can correct me if I'm wrong about this, but from what I've seen, it was that 15 women came out and accused Jay Gruden of sexual abuse, and there was
I think they didn't accuse.
conduct.
I don't think they directly accused them. They accused executives in the Redskins organization of sexually and verbally abusing them, which is not very good.
Yeah, I mean, of course, it's not very good. We don't know the weight or the. We don't know if these allegations are totally true yet, but assuming that they are, there's a lot to go from there. Because first of all, do you think like this is kind of unprecedented territory in the NFL? I guess thankfully there have been some scandals, but at least those are relating to football. It's cheating at the game. It's not doing things that are criminal, like criminal in real life. So this is unprecedented territory. Do you think that this is an isolated incident? But I mean, I really hope it is, this whole sex scandal. But in my eyes, I feel like this opens up a whole new investigation that the NFL should be doing. If it happened by one team, I feel like it's pretty likely that other incidents like this have happened, and women or men who have felt like this are just waiting to come out and say their piece.
So I could be wrong, but the NFL has they want to shield their name. They want to make themselves look very good. And there could be other teams right now that have done terrible, terrible things. Obviously,
but they try to cover it up.
But the NFL, if they know about it, they're going to try to cover it up. And the second someone else figures out about it, or a reporter or anything like that, and writes it, the NFL is going to act dumb. Oh, no, now we're going to go have people investigate it. The NFL probably knew about this and said, hey, if you do anything terrible like this again, we're going to fire you.
Right. That's a sad reality that
they don't want to
take. We don't know if the NFL has been knowing all this information. And now they're only going to, of course, now the NFL is going to come out with all their statements, say they're launching an investigation, which I think is one of the most BS terms in all of like marketing and all of the business world, because what does that mean, launching an investigation? But anyway, yeah, we shouldn't take out the possibility that the NFL knew about this, which is terrible, and that they were not hiding this information, but they were not going to make it public until another reporter found out about it, and then the NFL acts like they had no idea, which is a terrible reality, or at least something to consider. Yeah, I definitely agree with what you're saying. I hadn't thought about that yet, though.
And I'm just reading out rumors. There have been rumors that Dan Snyder paid off refs. They did all this, which also I think it's obviously not good they did it, but it's really funny how bad the Redskins would have been if
that's true. Like, man, it's like that paying off the refs really did some wonders for you, Dan Snyder. Were you paying them off to get a higher draft pick? If they're losing their own games, that would be worse. I don't know.
I don't think they ever had teams that were so bad that we were like, wow, they should have went 0-16 rather than like 6-10.
Yeah. I don't know.
I think it's kind of funny that he paid them off. It feels so terrible.
Back to the more serious thing, like how should the NFL handle these allegations if they are in fact proven true? What should the punishment be? Because like I said, this is basically unprecedented territory. So it's hard to base it on something else that's already happened. Like, would it result in Dan Snyder being fired, just a large fine? Like, what do you anticipate will happen, and what do you think should happen?
No matter what, I think the Redskins organization at best will get fined.
Well, of course they're not getting let off the hook.
Of course, but because the NFL wants to say, oh, we don't allow any of this.
Once the information is out, then the NFL is going to be on top of it and try to, because it's all about saving their image, like we were saying. I mean, hopefully the NFL didn't know, but again, the NFL wants to save their image, so they're not going to come out with this information if no one else knows it, but once people do, they want to go seem like they're going down hard, laying down the law, and that it'll never happen again just to save face. I mean, I might be going a little hard on the NFL right now, but
Yeah, because we have no evidence to prove this, but I,
yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised because it makes sense. And it's the
I mean,
sad
there's a
reality
lot.
that it's a sad
The fact
reality.
that this is coming out just leaves a lot, like opens many new doors into, it makes NFL fans like us suspicious of what was going on this whole time, and I'm fearful of what we'll learn. I mean, hopefully, like I said, hopefully this is just an isolated incident.
Yeah, I really don't know. I think it's incredibly interesting that I could see them getting fined for a lot of money, which is probably the best thing for the Redskins. I could see Dan Snyder getting fired because in reality, right now the NFL,
The Redskins would fire him. Hopefully,
not the Redskins, like
you
the
mean
NFL
like the
would say,
NFL? Has that ever happened before? Has the NFL ever forcibly removed an owner?
I'm not sure. I don't even know if that's possible or not. But I'm
I
saying
mean, I'm
after
sure that the NFL is like they have the power to do that type of stuff.
with all of this, with everyone being uneasy about everything right now, Corona
Mm-hmm.
and all of that, I
We
think
have
right
to cover it
now,
later in this episode, by the way.
yeah. And I think right now the NFL is worried about their image more than anything because they know right now people are sitting at home doing nothing. If they hear one thing, it's going to explode.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Right. Yeah.
I think
I
that
mean,
like
there's already so
it's
much stuff going on in the world right now.
exactly, and I think that the NFL might say we don't want to associate ourselves with someone who did such a terrible crime. We are going to make you leave the NFL. You're not able to do anything with
Yeah.
them, and you have to sell the Washington Redskins organization.
But what? Okay. So now what? I don't know which one you're answering. Well, I guess what do you think should happen? How do you think the NFL should handle this if those allegations are true?
If those allegations are true, it depends on the extent. Did Dan Snyder know about it? Was Dan
Yeah.
Snyder involved?
Dan Snyder was involved.
Involved, then probably fired.
Fired him and with a large fine.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, this is, I don't know if this is too much. I don't know how it would work, but it would say you aren't allowed to sell the team. You don't get any profit. All the money that gets back gets donated. All 1.8
Yeah.
billion.
I don't know how much to the extent that the NFL can do that, but yes, like as much as I, if I understand what you're saying, like as much as they can take away from Dan Snyder, they would.
Yes, because they don't want to. First of all, they want their image to be
Mm-hmm.
perfect, and they just need everything to work out for them, especially in a time like this with everyone so uneasy.
Yeah. I would agree with that. I'm not sure what the NFL will do because nothing. I can't base this answer off of anything that's already happened ever before.
Yeah, it's such a unique situation. There are also rumors he paid off refs. He did all these other terrible things. He would hold
Mm-hmm.
parties with like there are all these other terrible things that's like he supposedly did. And I mean, it depends on how much of this is reality. Like if he for example paid off refs, but the 15 women weren't true, then
Yeah, for each.
story. So we don't know, but there are multiple different stories, and in reality, if all these stories came out, it's pretty likely that one of them might be true.
Yeah, I guess I could just leave it at that. That I don't know what the NFL will do because it also depends on how much of it is true and should. I think that they should. If Dan Snyder, like you were saying, if Dan Snyder, they have definitive evidence that he was involved in this, they should do as much as they can to kick him out or make sure he doesn't get paid or have like and find them a large amount because this is just. I mean, it's more than unacceptable. It's tarnish. It's I don't know. I'm lacking the words right now to describe it because it's
Yeah, and obviously they want to keep Dan Snyder because why would you want to take him off? But if something like this is happening, what's there's really the
well, I
reward of
mean
keeping him on isn't
I don't
necessarily
know who's they.
the
The
NFL.
NFL. Yeah, but also Dan Snyder is one of the most controversial. Like even before this came out, he's been under fire forever. There have been a lot of scandals with the Redskins. Actually, there was one with and I'm not sure the details exactly, but I know it was like with players being injured, and like the Redskins weren't giving a specific player like the health or the like
It was Trent Williams.
service that he needed. Yeah, So there have been a lot of scandals with them. So basically, this isn't the first time. This is not nearly the first time that Dan Snyder has come under fire. And he's been under fire for the Redskins things for, I mean, him or just the Redskins organization. This has been a topic for 30 years. It's not just going to happen now. So.
Yeah. If you enjoyed this episode of From the Den, please remember to subscribe, comment, and like this video.
Or, if you're a Packers fan, remember to dislike and leave a nasty comment. Click the links on the screen to access additional content.